there's not a lot of big babyface teams on the tag roster, and that isn't going to get changed even with this inner circle tag team challenge that they have.
Triple threat, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Really interesting. I will say, I mean, maybe Santana Ortiz showed some signs of kind of little babyface like vibes going on during this segment. What's your take on this whole New Year's resolution, this whole segment, and how it bleeds into next week's show? What were your thoughts on this one?
This is a prime example to me of constantly featuring, the number one stable over and over again, the inner circle on TV, whether it be Jericho on commentary, one guy in the ring, Wardlow in the ring. And then now we have almost the whole inner circle competing next week. I honestly thought Wardlow was going to say something like, what about me? And then I think that would have been a fun twist at the end. Cause I mean, you see this photo right here, you don't see Wardlow. And after coming off that huge win with Jake Hager, he deservedly deserves a singles. I think they can play it off where like they all fought, I should be getting a singles match or something like that. But before I dive into the segment, last week being there live singing Judas was definitely an AEW bucket list moment for me. So I can't wait to do that again.
Yeah, no doubt. That's
MJF,
one of the best entrances.
Oh, I agree. Sports. Yeah, it was great. I loved it. MJF surprisingly, I guess yes and no. Surprisingly, he was the one that kept the glue. He was the glue of the segment. I'm
telling you, man, you shouldn't be surprised anymore.
He kept it going, saying nothing can break us up, and he's really gonna he's gonna give us the ultimate heel turn, ultimate slap in the face. I'm just waiting for it. It's coming. We know it's coming. He's not gonna lighten up at all on us, but I loved how he said about the resolutions, the gold for the inner circle, fat people got to go. Everyone's got a thing like that. So, I mean, he had to find something to rub everyone the wrong way. But then you get the key tagline, the tag team slut, Sammy Guevara.
That was funny.
He's showing his true baby face signs right here when he's kind of standing up to Jericho.
Yeah, I was, that made a lot of sense. He's not wrong. Jericho's tagged with Hager, and he's tagged with Sammy, and now he wants to tag with MJF.
Yeah,
I thought that was quite funny, and I didn't see Sammy being the one who was gonna kind of like pull away. I mean, obviously he's shown signs of. Since MJF has been introduced to the inner circle, he's shown signs of reservations on allowing that to happen and has challenged Jericho's judgment on that. But this was by far the most definitive babyface moment for Sammy in quite some time. And I thought that him standing up to Jericho this way, it was entertaining. He had the line of the night as far as the tag team slut. That was hilarious.
He definitely did.
You mentioned Wardlow. I was actually, if these groups were all going to break out this way, I've talked about it. Wardlow and Hager.
What a team those
two could have been, man. Oh my gosh, man. Like, especially coming off the heels of that matchup, I felt like that's a miss just because, it could have been played off as, Wardlow finally earned Hager's respect. They respect each other now, and they could have teamed up, and I think those two could be a wrecking crew together. I mean, talk about two big, strong, athletic big men. That would have been a great pairing. But that said, the other big thing I took away from this one is really Santana and Ortiz. I think that there's a groundswell of support. People are remembering that these guys are special in the ring, and we haven't seen Santana and Ortiz really in action much since that parking lot brawl with the best friend. We haven't really seen them get a lot of in-ring time. Right. And with all the great character work that they've been doing over the last few weeks, especially Ortiz, you and I have talked about that. I felt like maybe they have the most potential to be baby faces out of the group. I mean, I think that maybe Sammy and Santana and Ortiz have that baby face vibe going to them right now. There's I don't know. I'm a big fan of seeing them get in the ring again, though. I miss those guys. I think that Santana and Ortiz are one of the best tag teams on this roster, and that says a lot because this roster is stacked with tag teams.
Full of them.
Santana's point about how they were hand selected to be the team of the Inner Circle was also there's a lot of good challenges that were brought up in this one. You're starting to see the descent popping up between each member of the Inner Circle and Jericho's leadership. So certainly going to be interesting. MJF kind of being more assertive as a leader, like you and I talked about, just kind of serving more and more as the glue to hold this group together. Interesting for sure.